At the beginning of the movie, we see a chocolate factory. Different kinds of chocolate are made in the factory. Willy Wonka is the name of the factory's owner. Willy Wonka put a golden ticket in each of 5 chocolate bars to make people excited. And the chocolates are sent all over the world to meet demand. The people who buy those golden tickets will get a certain prize. The scene then changes to a young child, whose name is Charlie and who came from a poorer family. Because they didn't have much money, they were living from hand to mouth. And their house looked like it was about to fall down at any moment. Charlie's father comes home after a while, who used to work for a toothpaste company, and gave Charlie some toothpaste caps. Charlie gets so excited when he sees this, because Charlie was working on Willy Wonka's business project. When Charlie's grandfather sees this, he tells him, "I used to work for Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka built the world's best factory in just 15 years. It was 60% bigger than all the businesses in the world put together." This gave the Indian prince the idea to ask Willy Wonka to make a chocolate palace. The same is true of Willy Wonka. It means that he did what he asked and built a chocolate palace. He also tells the prince, "This palace won't last for many more days. Because the weather is so hot, this chocolate palace might melt." But that prince doesn't listen. On the second day, the bright sun can be seen. It means that the temperature is high right now. Because of this, that whole chocolate palace has melted. When Willy Wonka goes back to his factory, he finds out that a spy has been there. And the owner of a different factory had sent this spy, so he might take Willy Wonka's secret recipe for making chocolate, which is how he does it. Through that spy, other owners still did well. The next day, all chocolate companies steal Willy Wonka's recipe and start selling his famous chocolates. This makes Willy Wonka sad. He is also surprised, so he fires everyone on his staff without telling them why. And he makes sure that the business is aggressive. Willy Wonka starts his business up again after a few years. At this point in the movie, Willy Wonka does the same thing he did at the start. It means that he puts golden tickets in the 5 chocolates. After this, it is announced 5 children who will get these golden tickets. A special prize will be given to one of the kids. Now the consumers are increased to purchase this chocolate throughout the world. On the other side, the name Charlie, whose birthday is today, is written. So his family decides to purchase Willy Wonka's chocolate for him, with this hope that chocolate might hold the golden ticket. So they get that special gift, which may make their lives easier. The first person to win that golden ticket is a fat kid. The other child who won the golden ticket comes from a very wealthy family. This little girl is known to be very stubborn, because she won't give in. Her father has his staff open thousands of Willy's chocolates. Then one of them had found that golden ticket. Then Charlie's parents bring him a piece of Willy Wonka's chocolate. Charlie unwraps that chocolate with high hopes. But this is not where that golden ticket is. So Charlie was very upset by this. But he doesn't tell anyone about how upset he is. Instead, he eats this chocolate and shares it with his family. He has a lot of fun. A little girl finds the 3rd golden ticket. She is the champion of her school and has also set a world record. The 4th golden ticket goes to that stubborn kid. But he was also smart, because he figured out, through his calculations, which packet would contain the golden ticket. This kid didn't like Willy Wonka's chocolate, so he hadn't eaten any of his. There, it can be seen that the rising sales of chocolates raised the price of toothpaste. So all of the people who worked at that company were fired, so that robots could take their places. Charlie's father was the only person in his family who made money. Since he died today, they no longer have any way to make money. So now there was no one to take care of their house. But Charlie's dad doesn't tell any of his family members about this. Charlie's grandfather then gives him some money, which is what saved him, and he asks Charlie again to buy Willy Wonka's sweets, with this hope, as luck may be on their side now. Then, Charlie does the same thing again and brings the chocolate. They both hope for that chocolate as they open the package. But the golden ticket hasn't shown up in it yet. Charlie comes out of the house because he is sad. He finds a note in front of a shop, and with the same money he buys the same chocolate. As he opens that package, he doesn't believe what he sees, because at this time he had found the golden ticket. All the people who were standing around began to see that golden ticket. They are willing to pay a lot of money for that golden ticket. But Charlie's shop owner asks him to leave to keep him safe. So Charlie etiquette might not be taken from him. So he is happy to go back home, and he is excited to show his family the ticket. As soon as Charlie's grandfather sees that ticket, He can't stop himself from dancing, and he gives his son this ticket. My son, he says, read what is written here. His son tells him. It says that a family elder will come with the child. When they go to get their prize, they'll be sent back with the chocolate-filled truck. It means that there will be too much chocolate, as that chocolate might not run out, even if a person ate it for the rest of his life. One of the 5 kids will get a special present. It means that he didn't expect to get such a gift. Here, Charlie's grandfather says, I'll take Charlie. He was so happy to go with Charlie, because he was so excited. Here, he tells Charlie that a woman had offered to pay him a lot of money for this ticket. When we get that much money, everything in our lives will change. When Charlie's grandfather heard this, he called out to him and said, Look, my son, even though everyone has money, this golden ticket is hard to find, which only 5 lucky people in the world have access to. When he heard this, he agreed. The next day, all 5 kids and their parents went to the front of the chocolate company. And a lot of people had come to see everything except them. As the gate opens, a voice can be heard inside. Welcome to all, please enter. Hearing this message, everyone walks in. As they go inside, the gate closes. They are all welcomed with a song that was written for Willy Wonka and the chocolate factory. Then, Willy Wonka pops up in front of them. All kids start to ask weird questions about Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka gives them a strange answer. Then Willy Wonka himself comes out to greet them. He says later, everything in this room is made of chocolate. Grass, a waterfall, a mountain, and a pool are all there. Here, you can walk and try anything. When those kids heard this, they all went back and forth. Then, the little girl who wouldn't give up sees a pygmy there. She asks Willy Wonka about him, and he tells her, I went to a forest to find a new flavor of chocolate. These pygmy people used to live in those trees as a whole tribe. There are a lot of coconuts in this tribe. So, Willy Wonka makes a deal with the leader of the tribe. If you give me a coconut, I'll give you a job at my company, where you can all live in peace. You can eat those delicious chocolates. While this is going on, that fat kid goes into the chocolate pool and drinks this. But he gets there by accident. In the meantime, a big machine shows up, and chocolate is brought into the company through it. This fat child is also stuck in the pipe through which the chocolate is being carried. Then, everyone who works at Willy Wonka starts to sing a song for that fat kid. Everyone there is shocked after seeing this. How did they know that this fat kid was going to get stuck in this pipe? When that fat kid's mom sees him trapped, she starts to worry. Willy Wonka then tells his workers, the mother of this fat kid wants to work in a factory. Show her the way. So the mother of that fat kid goes inside. While everyone else goes on with Willy Wonka, as they move forward, they see a boat in a chocolate-colored stream. They sit in that boat and sail away. Willy Wonka takes a piece of chocolate out of the stream and gives it to Charlie to try. Willy Wonka, while tasting the chocolate, asks Charlie, when did you try chocolate for the first time? Then Willy Wonka goes back in time to talk about his past. He says that my dad was the best dentist in the whole town. And every Halloween, he would bring me a lot of chocolate. My braces were put on my teeth by my dad, so it's possible that chocolate won't hurt my teeth. My dad used to throw all of my sweets into the fire. Later, the current time is shown, and during this journey, many new rooms open up in front of them. They finally get to Willy Wonka's favorite room. This is a room where they were making a new kind of bubble gum. They are told by Willy Wonka, this chewing gum comes in 3 flavors. But it still doesn't look right to me. I still feel like it's not done. That brave little girl chews that bubble gum before she hears all of what Willy has to say. Because of this, her whole body started to turn blue, like a blueberry. Then, Willy Wonka's workers start singing a song again. That girl's mother worries about her. Willy Wonka jokes to his workers, this little girl has turned into a blueberry, and he has more juice now. So get rid of her. So the little girl's mother starts to help her, while the rest of the group moves on to their next stop. Here, Willy Wonka says that my dad put the chocolates in the fire for me. I had eaten the ones that were burned. I ate a few of the chocolates after that. At this point, they've reached the nuts room, where there were a lot of squirrels who knew what to do. They used to pick out the best nuts and throw away the ones that were bad. When the little girl saw this, she told her father, Father, I'd like to get a squirrel. Take it for me, please. When Willy Wonka hears this, he says, this is too much for you. We don't sell these squirrels here, because we don't even so. That stubborn little girl keeps going. She goes into that group of squirrels to catch one. Then those squirrels don't like it at all. So all of these squirrels start to chase that girl. Because they thought that girl was crazy. The squirrels were looking at her too, since it's a tasty nut. But those squirrels don't like that girl. So they throw her away because they think she is bad. Then her father goes to save her as well. Here, Willy Wonka's workers start singing a song again. Because of her father, that little girl won't give up. Because her dad used to grant her every wish, good or bad. Then one of the squirrels throws her father into the same trash can, where he had thrown his daughter. Then the rest of the tour group moves forward. Then Willy Wonka gives them a clear boost. This lift used to move both up and down and left and right. From the lift, they can see many rooms. Willy Wonka is asked by Charlie here, "How did you get started?" In this part of Willy Wonka, it says that my father told me not to eat the chocolates. I loved chocolate. This is why I had to leave my home. Then they get to a TV room in the present time where they can send any chocolate through TV. Also, people who watch TV could eat that chocolate. A smart kid doesn't believe this story. So he turns on that machine and goes inside it. So he went away because a bright light came on. So he reaches inside the TV, and because of this, his size has also shrunk. Then Willy Wonka's workers start to sing here again. This song was written about that smart child, the child's father, and takes the child away from the TV. Still, that child was smaller than the others. So that kid's dad asks, "Willy Wonka, what should I do now? How will he get back to normal?" Willy Wonka tells his workers, "Carry it to the stretch room," which is where he gets longer after stretching. Willy Wonka now realizes that Charlie is the only one left. Because of what they did, all the other kids left. Charlie is the winner, and he deserves the prize. Again, Willy Wonka gets them on a lift. Then he presses a button that works for both up and down. When you press this, the lift goes up, leaving the factory, where it can be seen that 4 kids are coming back in worse shape than when they left. Willy Wonka is asked about this by Charlie. So Willy Wonka goes up in the lift to Charlie's house. When he gets to Charlie's house, he breaks the ceiling of Charlie's house. When Charlie's parents see Charlie, they get very happy. Willy Wonka tells Charlie, "I want to give you my factory. Since I'm getting older, one of my hairs has gone gray. The rest of my hair will go gray too, and I'll get older." Willy Wonka asks Charlie to come with him. Charlie, though, turns down Willy Wonka's offer, and he says, "I love my family the most. Nothing in the world could ever make me leave my family." Willy Wonka leaves that place because he is upset. After this, Charlie's dad gets the job at the toothpaste company. Now, Charlie's family's money situation is getting better. On the other side, you can see Willy Wonka, who looked so worried. So he comes up with a plan. He goes back to Charlie because of this. He hides his face and asks Charlie, "Have you seen the movie Willy Wonka?" Charlie says, "Yes, I have seen. His hair looks strange." This is what Willy Wonka says, and he shows his face. Charlie, "It's not like that." He gives Charlie another chance, but Charlie turns him down again. "Willy Wonka," he asks, "you've never been to see your dad, right?" Then, they both arrive at the house. Of getting into that lift was Willy Wonka's father. Willy Wonka's dad thought of him as a patient. So, he takes her inside and starts to check his teeth. He has grown up, so he still can't recognize Willy Wonka. Willy notices that his father has hung up all of his newspaper articles like certificates. During Willy's checkup, his father tells him, "Your teeth are great. I've never seen teeth like these before." Here, Willy says, "I am Willy Wonka." It's short for, "your son." The father and son then gave each other a big hug. A big hug. A big hug. Then Willy Wonka knows what the family means to this place. Everyone needs their family so much. Then he makes Charlie a new offer. After that, both families start to eat together happily at Charlie's house. Because Willy Wonka had brought Charlie's house into his own chocolate factory. Now, Charlie and his family take care of Willy Wonka's factory. Now, their money situation was getting better. And this happy ending brings the movie to a close.